Hello and welcome to the most exciting time of the year. So this is Tupping day. So I'm in a pen with all of the ladies who are going to be trimmed. They're going to have round the backsides trimmed and their feet trimmed, and then we're going to split them into 3 groups, and they're going to go in with the boys, and then they're going to make the lambs that we will see in the springtime. That is with the exception of Beryl. Beryl is a bugger and doesn't want to go in this pen. So I'm guessing that she's going to be going to whichever top I'm going to put in this field, because I haven't got all day to catch Beryl. So far, things have gone quite badly. Henry, our little boy, has managed to walk into part of the trimming stand and hurt his face. So he's now in the van watching Thomas the Tank Engine on Joe's phone. And I've slipped in a slippy poo and fallen over and twisted my hip, catching one of the ewes. But here she is. I got her the second time, taking no prisoners, in the stand, having her body trimmed. So I thought I'd just explain what we're doing with each of the girls. So the first thing I do is I look at the face and see if they need a slight trim. Her face is a bit squashed up because she's in the trimming stand, but I've just trimmed around her eye just so that I know that she can see properly. She can see her boyfriend and he can see her. They can get a proper good look at each other, and she can feel comfortable and not threatened. And then the other thing is you need to see if there's any bits that need trimming off their toes. Her front feet were absolutely fine. Her back feet had got some slightly longer bits, so we've just nipped the ends off. To be really careful with sheep, because sometimes when you start interfering with their feet, you can cause more harm than good. So it's just important to take away the tiny bits that are going to cause a problem, because there's some kind of like grow underneath the foot. But other than that, it is best to sort of leave well alone. And then the other important thing that we do is we trim around the back side of the ewe, so all of this area, just to make things easier for the tup, and also give her a tidy up, because when she was sheared there were usually like some long tassely bits that have got left underneath where the shearers maybe missed. So this is a ewe that's a couple of years old but didn't get in lamb last year, so she's actually in kind of a bit too good condition. She's a bit on the porky side, but we've got really high hopes that she's going to get in lamb this time, and she's certainly looking really well. And here is a distraction. So we have you in the stand, but Henry's run off and climbed up onto this trailer, so Daddy's had to go and save him. This poor little lady still needs sorting out. So I'm going to try and explain what's going on with the boys now, and that we're putting these harnesses on them, and they've got a coloured crayon. If you can just see, they've all got a pretty similar harness on, all got a yellow crayon, and what that tells us is when that tup has been on that ewe, so it allows us to predict when her lambing date is likely to be. And if after so many days she gets another colour on her, because we will swap the crayons about every 17 days, then it tells us that she wasn't in lamb the first time, so it didn't hold, so she needs to be covered again. So these are actually really useful devices. So I've put yellow crayons on all 3 boys, because that tells us that anybody who's only got yellow on their bottom will be ready to lamb quite early. And I will try as much as possible to keep dates. There we go, that's Val delivered to the ladies. He goes, chase them all around. They'll have a wee wee, he'll give it a smell. Now I'll tell him whether today's the day or not. They've all met Val before, they're quite interested in him. So here's a sight you don't see every day. A man with a tup in one hand and a toy tractor in the other hand. I'm just taking Balmoral into his leaders. There he goes. So I should make it really clear at this point that Balmoral's a baby. This is the first time that he's served ewes. He wasn't used as a lamb. He's what we call shearling, so he's like, this is the first time he's met the ladies. And I don't think he knows what to do about it. They appear to be chasing him and sniffing him to see what he is, rather than the other way around. He's running away from them. That's not good. He's running away to try and get back to his other top friend. He doesn't want his ladies. How rude. Audrey's not moving, are you? You're not chasing him. Not chasing the boys. I'm more interested in this pussycat. Chase you instead. And so now it's nearly dark. We've introduced these ladies. They've gone out into the field first. There goes Zeb at quite a pace to introduce himself to them. Quite sure how well we can see as we're losing the light. But he's certainly got a wriggle on to get to his girls. So Zeb's doing the same thing that Val did. Obviously he's an experienced top, so he's done this a couple of times. So he knows that if he goes over to the ewe and she urinates for him, he can actually tell whether it might be one of the correct days to attempt to mount her. The ewes will not stand unless it's the right day anyway. So he'll go over, he'll ask them to wee, they will wee, he will smell it, and then sometimes they'll give them a little kick with their leg as well, just to see whether they're going to stand, and then usually the ewe walks away. So he's just having a good old sniff round. His pal Balmoral is calling him from next door. He's really quite distressed by this whole process and has tried to jump over a wall, quite a high wall here, to get back into this field. I suppose it's because it's what he knows, which hopefully now Zeb's not answering him back because he's busy with his ladies. That will stop. He doesn't quite know where to start, and they just want to eat the grass. They don't really want to talk to him. So it's been a very long day. All the humans are tired. Henry's gone to bed. We're about to go in and get our dinner. I think it's about 8:15. So we've been on it for about 12 hours now, from start to finish. All the ewes are with their boyfriends. I'll be honest, there are two who are not with the ones that I originally intended. That we've had a second escapee. So I've just let her go in with the one that she wanted to go in. She's not related to him, so it's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So if you could like this video and if you could subscribe to our channel, that would be wonderful. Thank you for watching.